This lesson is on scientific notation. Scientific notation is a way of writing very small or very large numbers in a much shorter way. So it's essentially a shorthand. For instance, a number we use in chemistry quite often is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. This is the number of particles, such as atoms or molecules, in 1 mole. We write this number quite often, so if we were to write it out in standard notation, it would be 602 and then 21 zeros. I don't even know how to say that number. That's quite a long number to write very often, so scientific notation comes in handy. There is a correct format for writing it, and it's m times 10 to the power of n. M and n are the values that can change, but there are some rules to what they can be. M must be between 1 and 10, and it can equal 1, but it cannot equal 10. So m could be 1.7 or 6.304. It could not be 0.2, and it cannot be 10. N is an integer. Remember, an integer is a positive or negative whole number, so it could be 1 or 5 or -2, -3, and it can be 0. And that determines where the decimal should be moved. So the decimal in a number, like this 602 whatever number, is all the way at the end when it's not written. If you have an n value that is positive, that positive value is going to make m bigger. So it's going to take your decimal and it's going to move it to the right. So for instance, in 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, the decimal would move 23 spots to the right. If n is negative, it's going to make your number, your m number, smaller. So it's going to essentially move that decimal to the left. So if this was times 10 to the -23, we'd move 23 spots to the left. So why don't you right now, to practice, try writing these first 3 numbers here. Write them in standard notation. So take them from scientific notation and write them in standard. So pause the video at this moment and practice it right now. So now that you've tried these, the answers, as you can see, the first one would be 53,200. The 4 is going to make the decimal move 1, 2, 3, 4 spots to the right. The next one is going to be 0.000071, so -5 is going to move 5 spots to the left. And 3, you're going to have 0.0280, so -2 is going to move 2 spots to the left. Now why don't you try doing the opposite. Take these and write them in scientific notation. Pause the video at this time to do so. Now that you've tried these, the first value, the decimal's at the end, so it's going to be moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots over, because it's got to be between the 6 and the 0 to make that m value between 1 and 10. So it's going to be 6.08 times 10 to the times 10 to the positive 5. The next value, the decimal is going to have to move to between the 4 and the 8. So you're going to have 4.810, and you have to keep that 0 at the end. We'll talk more about that soon. Times 10 to the -4th. And the last value, the decimal has to be between the 9 and the 4, so the answer would be 9.401 times 10 to the 2nd.